with Randy Arozarena on base, bottom of the first inning, hits a home run. Mariners are up 2-0. The place is nuts. Now, they're allowed to start with in Seattle. I assume because they're jacked up on espresso, the entire crowd. But they're feeling like this is it. Up 2-0. I've got the Mariners as my pick of the day because I thought the Blue Jays were definitely going to win. So therefore, I took the Mariners because that's how cold I've been. So then the Mariners are up 2-0. And I'm thinking, all right, I had the game analyzed wrong, but I'm going to win the pick of the day. We got a long way to go. But man, the Blue Jays bats, they better wake up. But George Kirby, he's got such great command. The guy doesn't throw balls. He is around the zone. He's in, he's out, he's up, he's down. He's changing planes. He's just hard to hit. One of the best command pitchers in all of baseball. And it's not like the old days where great command pitchers were throwing 84. The guy's throwing 98. But then something happened, and something happened. You know, when these things happen that you think are going to happen, but then they don't happen for a couple of days only, and then you assume, all right, they're done happening, but then they happen again, and then you say to yourself, of course they happen again. Why would you have thought they wouldn't happen again? The Blue Jays bats, they're the best bats around. They're better than the Dodgers bats. They're better than the Brewer bats. They're better than the Mariner bats. And here you go. Vladimir Guerrero got 4 hits last night, including a home run, 2 doubles and a single. Basically, when Andres Gimenez, the light-hitting, defensive-minded shortstop, ties the game with a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, you're thinking to yourself, uh-oh. When we would play teams and we would have our list of the people that we will not let beat us, we also had a list of the players who we knew would not beat us. And if they are involved in the game in any way, we're going to lose the game and we tip our cap. When Andres Gimenez hits a home run and you're the Seattle Mariners and you're looking at a tie game, the 9-hole hitter, you don't know him. He doesn't hit, but he's really a smooth fielding shortstop. But he doesn't hit. When that guy goes deep in a ballpark where hitting home runs, it's as hard to come by as, a Diet Coke in Seattle, you got a problem. And that's what happened to the Mariners. The Blue Jays offense went crazy. They scored 13 runs, and they beat the Mariners 13-4. Now, Arozarena finally hit a home run. Cal Raleigh hit another home run when the game was completely out of reach at 13-2. Not off a position player, but who cares? 13-4, 2-1, 4-3. That part doesn't impact teams. The Mariners didn't leave last night's game and say, wow, we can't hit Shane Bieber. Now, Shane Bieber had a great game. I didn't expect him to go 6 strong, but he did. Once Julio Rodriguez hit the home run in the 1st inning, I thought that there was a chance if he didn't get command of his slider that he wouldn't last 3 innings and that the Mariners would take a commanding 3-0 lead and it would be a party in Seattle, the type that would just make you want to watch the movie Singles over and over again. That type of thing. But then the Blue Jays and their lineup, once Gimenez hits the home run, all of a sudden Springer, Guerrero, it didn't stop. Then I'm watching the game and I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe I didn't pick the Blue Jays, which is who I thought would win the game, because how are you going to hold that offense down 3 games in a row? Although pitching always wins. And the thought is Kirby should be able to maybe contain that lineup. He gave up 7 runs. They left him in there. It changed everything in a way that it shouldn't. I've been doing this for so long and I still do the same thing that we all do. A result happens that was totally expected. Except it hadn't happened in 2 days. Vladimir Guerrero 0 for 7 in the series until yesterday. Oh no. Is this it? Is he choking? Is he slumping? And then he drops 4 hits. The Blue Jays offense completely neutralized by the Mariners pitching. Can it stay that quiet for 4 out of 7 times? Well, certainly, because pitching is going to win over time. What you don't expect is if you've got the Blue Jays offense and you combine it with stellar pitching, which I can't take away from Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber pitched like a 2-3 starter, and to me, he's been acting like a 6-7 starter when he used to be a 1-2 starter, had the TJ. We know the inconsistency of Tommy John. He just came back this year. You're going to have good Shane Bieber, bad Shane Bieber. Last night, good Shane Bieber. Last night, bad George Kirby. Last night, great Blue Jays offense. Last night, Seattle offense, mediocre, though 4 runs in theory should win them more games than it loses. And the last 2 runs were after the game was out of reach, but it still counts. They scored 4 runs. So, what does it mean for the American League Championship Series? Well, it's what you think it means. It means that now it's 2-1 Seattle, and there's 4 games left. So, does that mean that game 4 tonight, biggest game ever? If the Mariners win, they're up 3-1, series over. Nope. Blue Jays win, tied at 2. You're down to a 2 out of 3, series over. Nope. This game, actually, in a 2-1 series, game 4, while it's always good to win and go up 3-1, and one of my favorite memories was our game 4 victory to go up. That was to go up. That was to tie it at 2. What am I talking about? I have no idea why I just said that. When did I ever go up 3-1 in a game 4? Oh, I guess in San Francisco, but that won the series. So no, maybe I'm just thinking about other series. Maybe we should just edit that entire thing out. 4-8-6-9. One of the things about a game 4 in a 2-1 series, that's a 7-game series, is that it's not the game 7 type that game 3 was in a 2-0 series, that game 7 is in a 3-3 series, or even game 7 is in a 3-2 series for the team with 2.